no amount of planning or preparation will keep you impervious to life, and complacency in that regard will destroy you. Thinking that you have everything sorted out, that you're fully self-sufficient, it's wrong. We know it deep inside of us, but society wants to pressure us into understanding or thinking that we have it figured out, or that you can really have it figured out. We have this pressure from social media where all you ever see are the highs of the highs of the highs of everyone's lives, from celebrities to your neighbor. And it makes you think that you can have it figured out, that you should be having that kind of life, because obviously that's the only thing that makes up their life. We know that's not true, deep down, but we've been tricked into believing it. And so getting complacent, becoming complacent in life, in the way that you're living, being the root of truth, really, that is where the danger lies here. That's what complacency is about. It's letting the ways of your life become like deeply rooted tracks on a path where you're basically just going through the motions. You're having habits that dictate your life. And if you allow that to happen, if you just allow yourself to fall into line day after day, week after week, well, whenever one little thing happens or one big thing happens, that will throw you off in a dangerous way often. And there's been research that's been done that shows whenever you have major life events, talking deaths of entire families type of major, that the only long-term sustainable way to recover from that is the belief in a higher power, the belief in God, and the grace given therein. Any kind of worldly thing can't actually solve the problem there. It has to be external. The other kind of side of this is, okay, if we don't want to get complacent, then let's make sure we're finely attuned to every little detail without question. It's anxiety. And so the opposite of complacency is no good solution. Anxiety is clearly the wrong choice. If we're worried about every single little thing to the point where we can't think about anything else, well, that's no good either. And so we have to be careful not to become complacent in the worldly ways that can and will dictate our lives, and to become anxious about every little thing, looking at every step we take in life as a potential for that negativity, that huge reaction, the walls coming crumbling down to occur. There's a balance there, and I argue that's a divine balance. And the way to know or to feel or achieve that balance is through relationship with Christ and with God. So the question is, which side of that fence are you on? I don't think you can achieve that balance on your own. There's no worldly way to really get there. And if you're writing some kind of worldly way and feeling like you're there, I caution you. That's a knife's edge that you're balancing on. And you might be a really good planner and you might have been riding this way for a while. And if that's the case, then congratulations. But be careful, because it's a long fall down on either side. Whenever you're balancing that line of complacency and anxiety and being okay, you're finding safety in worldly things, whenever true safety is really a divine thing to be had. And I know today is a bit of a longer reflection because this kind of hits home for me. And so just to conclude, question where you are in this balance. Question if you're falling into complacency or if you're tumbling into anxiety. And whichever of those you're struggling with, bring it to God. Address it. And understand that overcorrecting, flipping that script isn't the right solution, but you might need to have that pendulum swing a little bit this one was deep and maybe a little more than you were ready for this morning. So I'll be praying for you. See you tomorrow.